The rather Lego-like block game has gained a lot of popularity over the years. The sandbox game is purchased more frequently than almost any other. But even in a lovely environment where you have complete freedom, not everything is always happy and lovely. Here are the 10 most popular and scary Minecraft myths you need to know. But before moving forward, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more amazing content. Let's get started. Number 10. The Abandoned Village. With each new update since its debut, villages in Minecraft have been prettier and more varied, whether it be the ability to trade with the locals or the chance to purchase fruit and vegetables without having to cultivate them for yourself. But this ideal also has the ideal counterpoint. We're referring to the deserted communities. Almost every stereotype of a deserted town is served up here without fail. There are signs of the prior residents' abrupt exodus, including demolished homes, spider webs on every corner and ruined residences. However, after spending some time in such a ghost village, you will discover that not every inhabitant has left. Some chose to remain and, well, let's just say they adjusted to the situation. The villagers turned into zombies. Because of this, you must proceed with the utmost caution when looking for precious resources in a village like this. After all, you can never be certain of your surroundings. Number 9. Back to Sea. You need to return to the wide sea for the final scary myth. There are monuments and monuments underwater in addition to the ruins already described. They're being protected by a guard. This guardian won't hurt you, but he'll undoubtedly make you afraid. A quick jump scare arises as soon as you approach such a landmark, which is around 50 blocks away, and you probably get drenched. Additionally, this guardian casts one of two curses that either cause you to move more slowly or perhaps stop altogether. He, therefore, makes it quite apparent to you that you have no business being there. But wouldn't an express prohibition make the temptation even stronger? Number 8. Damage from another dimension. Many players have experienced this circumstance. You're peacefully traversing a plain or a mountain when all of a sudden you start to incur damage. Even though the damage isn't much, it ranges from 1 to 2 hearts depending on armor, you can't tell where it's coming from. No cactus, thorny bushes, or unseen crowds are waiting for you everywhere. Many fans have already attempted to rationally explain this riddle. They had the most bizarre notions. The majority of the fans assumed it's Herobrine or Entity 303, with the exception of the boring people who just think it's a bug. They're supposed to appear out of nowhere, strike you, and then instantly disappear into thin air. Other fans believe it's a mysterious foe that is much more difficult to defeat than an Enderman. Whatever it is, it may undoubtedly turn dangerous and frustrating when you find yourself frantically racing across the desert and your final heart is broken by such a blow. Number 7. Atlantis, the Leviathan and the Sea. A sizable ocean will eventually be found as you continue to explore your randomly generated globe. There are rumors that you can experience a lot there. It's supposed that there are old ruins of the lost metropolis of Atlantis. You must find the guards protecting these before they kill you, since they're guarding them. A buried treasure box is also rumored to exist, but a Leviathan is claimed to be guarding it. Despite the fact that there isn't a file in the Minecraft files that would indicate a Leviathan, Notch might have concealed it too well to maintain the legend. However, it has since been established that there are underwater ruins that somewhat resemble Atlantis. Additionally, there are chests there that occasionally hold more and occasionally less valuable items. Number 6. Steve is an experiment. We introduce danger into the block world as the amiable and pleasant Steve. We can break houses' necks with 3 or 4 blows, chop down trees with the edge of our hands, and burn for up to a minute without dying. Overall, that doesn't sound at all human. He also appears to be the only human character in the game who has unrestricted movement. The movements of the other individuals always appear to be pre-programmed. Poor joke alert, but why does Steve seem to be able to accomplish so much more than the average person? Is it because I consume raw meat, or the ongoing fights with skeletons, creepers and zombies? Many fans are convinced that their hypothesis contains the answer. Therefore, Steve should not be a human, but rather a human-like creation of an experiment. He's reported to have been left behind after the experiment on a mysterious planet that resembles Earth, where researchers and medical professionals are keeping an eye on his progress and essential bodily functions. This idea also argues that Steve doesn't actually respawn, but rather a fresh version of himself is sent to the planet, almost Steve 2.0. Even though it would be a plausible explanation for the Herobrine mythology, the development company has not yet made any comments regarding this theory. then it might be a botched experiment that finally became evil and has a mind of its own. Number 5. The Last Disc. Herobrine's theory is also the foundation of this theory. Within the game, one should be able to locate a particularly precise record. The music on this record is intended to sound exactly like what you hear as Herobrine approaches you. Herobrine should be offended by playing this record and begin looking for you right away. So before you have to pay with your life for your last song, locate better music elsewhere. Number 4. The Mad Professor. You've undoubtedly experienced it several times as a seasoned Minecraft player. It starts hissing behind you as you are standing comfortably in a mine and smacking your diamonds out of the wall. Most of the time, at this point, you already know that all of your prior efforts were in vain. We're discussing the creepers, those dreadful things that come up behind you and explode in a split second. But from where do these green thugs come? Since most of the other monsters, like zombies, skeletons, and enormous spiders, still have plausible explanations, this is not entirely surprising. According to a fan idea, there is a foe in Minecraft who is frequently referred to as the Mad Prof. He is expected to work in his laboratory all day long, developing these walking explosive traps. This supposition cannot be entirely disproven, even if the player has never encountered this professor. Where there is a lot of sand, you might find it. He needs a TNT block for every creeper after all. Number 3. A cross does not mean anything good. This hypothesis essentially has to do with creating your own universe within the game. This myth claims that some areas of your lovely planet are more dangerous than others. It might not be the finest area for you to stay in if the landscape has any crosses. According to the craziest fan theories, there are additional monsters there waiting for you. Other creatures, such as ghosts and traps, ought to be present as well. They ought to be waiting for you at every turn. Therefore, before this cross serves as your tombstone, it's best to take a close look at your building lot. Number 2. Entity 303. Many people compare this creature to Herobrine's younger sibling. He is reported to have the same player-like personality as Herobrine. He does not, however, resemble Steve this time. He has a completely black face and a white outfit on. But from where does this ominous creature come? Legend has it that Entity 303 was formerly employed by Mahong. Legend has it that he was first fired by Notch a few years back and is now out to get revenge on his game. Herobrine's powers are believed to be quite comparable to his. The most terrifying aspect of this creature, though, is that it will continuously spam your chat window before and after it emerges. Then read the phrase, "Make a wish," repeatedly in your chat. The horror movie Desire Upon, in which every wish has fatal repercussions, is set to be referenced in this line. Additionally, Entity 303 may have fatal repercussions for you or your character. Number 1. Herobrine. Of course, this myth belongs at the top of our list and should not be left off. One of the most thrilling and talked about misconceptions in the entire gaming industry is Herobrine. Herobrine is a crucial figure in the narrative, but who exactly is Herobrine? The creature known as Herobrine resembles Steve, the first player character, quite a bit. Herobrine is Steve's natural self, but with blazing white eyes. Herobrine is a figure with almost as many legends as there are cave-dwelling zombies. For instance, even with the greatest armor, he should be able to kill a player in one strike. He's alleged to be the devil in some ideas, and even the god of this planet, who is furious at your existence. But be careful if your mirror starts speaking to you unexpectedly, regardless of where it comes from or what it exactly is. Herobrine's continued presence in the game's lore, despite the developers' best attempts, is maybe its most terrifying aspect. Herobrine does not exist and never will, according to everyone, including Notch and Jeb. It's plausible that Mahong is concerned about Herobrine's inclusion in a family-friendly game. Perhaps other well-known creepypastas like Slenderman or Momo are to blame for parents' concerns and the ensuing uproar. In any event, Herobrine's tale has persisted and flourished as followers preserve the memory of the scary character. That's it, folks. Since its launch in 2009, the open-world sandbox game Minecraft has been steadily gaining popularity. Players are going back to the game's blocky roots after it just eclipsed Fortnite as the most searched video game on Google and YouTube. And as experienced gamers are aware, the idyllic setting can quickly turn into a nightmare. We hope you found this video informative. If you liked the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon. Leave a like, share it with your friends and families, and pin down your thoughts in the comment section below.